Hello everybody and welcome back to Football Manager 2023. We are in the knockouts of the Champions League. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Guiseley save. We're taking on Porto, which I think is a winnable game. I know they're a good team, but I honestly think we could get through this. I mean, there are some weak teams that we definitely could have got drawn against. So if we have a look at the draw, that's not what I wanted, isn't it? I wanted stages. So we could have got anybody in this home list. So Villarreal I would have taken, Benfica I would have taken, Monaco, Porto, Roma, Ajax. I mean, a lot of teams there that we could have got. At the moment, Monaco are beating Hertha Berlin, Barcelona are going to go through over Nice, Benfica 0, Liverpool 0, and Villarreal beat Real Madrid 1-0. So yeah, we're taking on Porto. Not too many games to report about since the last episode, but a very good run of fixtures. So it was the 3-3 against Napoli. We backed that with a 1-1 draw against West Ham after we took the lead through Alphacoff. A 2-0 win in the FA Cup against Derby. They got a man early, sent off early. We did pretty well there. Huddersfield, a 4-0 win in the fourth round of the FA Cup. We weren't taking any prisoners in that one, and we've just beaten Bristol City 2-0 in the league. Alphacoff getting another goal, and centre-back Kennedy Joseph on the list as well. So we're getting close to the youth intake day. So if you want to be a Patreon or a channel member, get your name in the game. Just have a small donation. Whilst you're donating, your name will be in the game at every end of season. That's when we go through and see the people that have stopped their Patreon or their channel membership, which is fine. But your name no longer is in the game. And anyone that is in the game whose player turns shit gets a new player. So, or we sell them, they get a new player, something like that. So that'll all happen around the end of March. But the question is, how many competitions will we be in at that point? There's a potential we could be in the Champions League, the FA Cup, and the Premier League at that point, because we're going to get to the end of February and be in all those competitions, or potentially be out of those competitions at the end of February. But towards the end of February, for the 24th and the 27th, we will be in those competitions. So we're going to be playing Porto twice in this episode. We'll be playing them home or away and home to see how we get on. So it'll be a game in just key highlights, going through it and seeing what we do. And we're going to start with our system that did so well against Napoli in that second half. So I'll pick the team and then we'll be back to start the game. Okay, this is how we're going to line up. Victoriano in goal, Dyson, Joseph, John Carpenter and Jeff Hogg at the back. Atlee Burge in midfield, Kennedy, Crimson Mori and Carney in behind Neeson and Alphacoff, and then a pretty stacked bench for us. Jan Petrick, Thau, Gray, Burgess, Sanusi, Klingspor, Earl, Kai Harding, Leek, Balinese, Balanson, Leach and Mossametti in there as well. So it's going to be tough against Porto. It is going to be tough, but we've certainly beaten bigger teams and we've certainly lost to bigger teams as well. So I'm interested to see how this is going to go. Now, it is the Champions League, so we are going to get the Champions League anthem, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, I think let's go with... do I want us to get a result? No, let's carry our last performance in. We played really well against Bristol City, as there is the Champions League music, which is amazing. A 4-4-2 for Porto. Probably, I don't know if you see many 4-4-2s in the Portuguese league nowadays, but we are in... I can't remember what Porto Stadium's called. I can't remember off the top of my head, but Victoriano gets the nod in goal for this one. Jan Petrick did well in the last game against Napoli, although he conceded 3. He made some very big saves. But Victoriano came back into the fold for the other games and, conceded 1, I think, in the next games against West Ham, and then we haven't conceded since. So he comes in. We're looking good, though. We're looking good. I'm excited about this one. So, yeah, back to key highlights a little bit quicker on the old speed as well. Maybe that's a bit too quick, I think. That's a bit too quick for me to commentate on, as John Carpenter with a good interception to start, and we get it back to Victoriano. So Almeida at the back for Porto. Dragao Stadium, something like that, isn't it? I think it's called. I could easily look it up. But Joseph's missed his header, which is embarrassing, and it's a great save from Victoriano to bail him out of trouble. But Kennedy Joseph not having a very auspicious start there. Victoriano up to Atlee Burge. Joseph picks the ball up from the back into Crimson Mori. Dyson, a good bit of football this. Alphacoff, Crimson Mori. Poor pass looking for Neeson, and it's put some ball through, but Joseph does that time get his jump and his header right as Kennedy gets robbed by Bezulin, and Bezulin comes down. Kennedy actually tracks back well, but oh my word, he's passed back to Victoriano or someone. Okay, it looks like we've started nervous here as Jovic swings this one in. John Carpenter's well placed to head it away. Yeah, it really looks like we've started nervous. I'm not happy about this. We're giving some encouragement, but Dyson with a throw. Carney back to Dyson again. Cross in. Neeson, he's hit the post. Both teams have now hit the post early on in this game. 14 minutes gone. Both teams hitting the woodwork, or the vertical composite beam. If you're a really old fan of the channel, you're a flannel of the channel. If you're a really old fan of the channel, you'll know what I mean by the vertical composite beam. Dyson into Crimson Mori. Joseph just taking his time. Back to Dyson again. Here's Joseph. Atliberge. Alphakoff looks to cut inside. Atliberge, can he pick the pass? He goes wide to Kennedy. It's a good ball. Kennedy swings across in, but Almeida can easily cover that one, and Petric booms it away up towards Mochi, but Joseph wins the header. Kennedy picks it up again, looking for the runner. Crimson Mori, just not enough on the pass, and half an hour gone. Petric goes long again, and Jovic is a bit more of their target man that they probably want to aim towards. Not really Mochi. He looks past and nimble to put passes through like that, and Victoriano makes a really good save. It's Porto have been on top. They are the home team. They've been on top as Joseph's got lots of space to run into here from centre-back. Lays it off to Avakov. Crimson Mori could be in. He puts it in one more. Neeson! Oh, Petric. He makes such an easy save. It should have been a goal, really. He just saw the space open up. Just opened for Crimson Mori and then for Neeson, and we couldn't put it away as Alphakoff lays it back to Joseph. Bringing the ball out from the back again. Atliberge into Neeson. More space on this left-hand side. Ball through. Crimson Mori. Crimson Mori's there. Shoots from range. Maybe could have touched it onto his right foot and passed it through, but he went for the solo effort, and we've crept back into the game in the end of that first half. So I'm just going to say, look, we're in the position we deserve to be. Try and fire them up a bit and get them going a little bit more. We'll give them more encouragement once we do get back out to the pitch, though, because, again, 0-0 away at FC Porto. I'm not too upset with that. Almeida picks out Innocent on the left-hand side, up to Bezulin. Here's Mochi, who looks to get away from Joseph. Bezulin's in there again, over the top to Mochi. It's a wonderful pass. It's a wonderful goal. And it's not a draw at FC Porto anymore. It's FC Porto 1 and Guiseley 0. And you could just see this coming when he dropped that pass off and we didn't go and close it down quick enough. It's a lovely dink over the top, and Mochi sticks it past Victoriano to make it 1-0 to the home team. And that is a little bit irritating. Now, we could switch up our system, but Jeff Hogg has a throw in into Carney, back to Hogg, into Atliberge, trying to put that cross in. It's not a really good clearance. Mori! Oh! It was so close from Crimson Mori. Right, we're on the hour mark. I think we're creating enough in this system. We're just not taking our chances. Right, Dyson off. We'll bring Aaron Gray on. Again, it's an attacking option on that side. Crimson Mori's knackered. Mossametti comes on in that position. Andrew Neeson, knackered. Balinese Balançon comes on in there. That's our first 3 subs. Done and dusted. Tired legs off, fresh legs on. Let's demand a bit more of them. See if we can get them to push a little bit. 20 minutes to go as Bonnie comes forward. He's got Jeff Hogg for company on that side. Bonnie's done reasonably well. It's actually Carney back there. Mossametti flies in. I've just brought him on. What an idiot. Mossametti is off. Right, we'll do Carney off for Sanusi, who's then just going to drop into this role here as a ball-winning midfielder on support. And then we're going to go for, we need fresh legs in the middle, really, for Atliberge. Atliberge off, Klingsport on. In fact, we swap you two over like that. Oh, Mossametti's made this difficult, hasn't he, now? 15 minutes to go. He's going to miss the second leg. 1-0 down. But it's not 1-0 down isn't a bad result. We had that period in the first half where we created quite a lot. But 2-0 would be harsh, I think. It's over the bar, so it's not going to be 2-0. It's probably going to be 1-0, 6 minutes of added on time. So we're not completely out of this one yet. Joseph into John Carpenter. Out to Jeff Hogg, who's got a lot of space. There's no left winger in front of him anymore at the moment. Jeff Hogg just going on his own with a little knock. Back to Sanusi. Jeff Hogg again. Sanusi. Back to Hogg. We're just being crowded out. Balinese balance on. Into Klingspor. Klingspor's in the area. He shoots. It's deflected and Petric holds on. I think that's our last chance. I think that is the last chance. Okay, it's 1-0 Porto going into the second leg. Look, I don't like what I just saw. We should be doing better. Individuals. Where's Mossometti gone? Jean Mossometti. Point the finger. You can't be getting sent off. You can't be getting sent off. So Jeff Hogg is out for 1 to 2 days. Aaron Gray is out for 2 to 3 weeks, coming on as a substitute. Alphakoff's a little tired and Mochi had a good game. Right, we're going to go and play Plymouth off camera. We'll be back for the second leg against Porto. Okay, so back for the second leg against Porto. We won't talk about the game against Plymouth in much detail. We lost 3-0. It was embarrassing. John Carpenter scored an own goal. Let's leave it there. Moving on, we're playing Porto, and yeah, we've got some tiredness in the team. It's going to be tough. 1-0 down. We need to win, and I sort of feel like we need a striker to start this game. Got to go and get a goal, right? Got to go and get a goal. I'm sticking with Carlos Victoriano in goal. Right back, Brian Dyson's knackered. What's his face is injured. John Leake wants to leave the club. It's not looking amazing. I think John Leake has to start just because of tiredness, really. At the back, it will still be Kennedy Joseph and John Carpenter, even though you scored an own goal, John. You get to keep your place. Left back. Now, we've got some options here. We've got Jeff Hogg, who can't cross, but is very good physically. We've got Kai Harding, who's young, can cross, decent physically. Or we've got, Jay Leach, who has sort of like been here forever, can do a really good job, but I think he's just dropped off the pace a little bit. I think we're going to start Kai Harding. We're going to go a bit of youth in there. Deep line playmaker, Atli Berge, sits in there, does a good job, knows what he's doing, sorted. Ball winning midfielder, Klingspor, does a good job, knows what he's doing. On the right, Carl Kennedy, the doc, knows what he's doing, good stuff. Playmaker, it has to be Alphakoff, just for his magnificent passing. Even though he's knackered, he has to start and get the job done. Shadow striker. Now this is the interesting one. We're going to start with Balinese balance on, with Crimson Mori up front. Wherever he's gone. Where's Crimson Mori? There he's gone. That is our starting 11. And then the bench is basically everyone that's fit, because we've got suspensions and injuries and all sorts. So I'm pretty sure everyone gets a place. You get a place on the bench, and you get a place on the bench. Phil Carney. Okay, we've got Burgess there. So sorry, Connor, but right, Connor, you're not getting much game time this season, mate. But you are going to retire, and I hope we can retire your shirt number. So we'll see how it goes. This is how we're going to line up. That's how we're going to start. It's not the strongest 11 I wanted to play. Could have really done with Mossometti in that shadow striker role, but the idiot got himself sent off in the last episode. Right. We're all sick and tired of getting bad results, so let's go and do it against Porto, please. Let's go and do it against Porto as the Champions League music rings out once again. Going to our sort of lopsided 4-2-3-1, an asymmetric 4-2-3-1, can you call it that? Not sure. Porto in their 4-4-2, again, Jovic and Mochi, who caused us lots of problems up front. Petric had a good game in goal. Innocent drops out, Escamilla starts at left back, but Porto come to Guiseley. It's a bit different, isn't it, than Porto Stadium, but we're in the Champions League on merit. We got out of the league phase. We're into the knockouts, and now it's pretty much all or nothing. This little guy here is Kai Harding, by the way. He is tiny at left back. He is absolutely bloody tiny. So hopefully no crosses to the back post, as the first 10 minutes has gone by without much fanfare at all. We're having the match momentum. We're not creating anything. We've started to create a few chances. It's Petric with a goal kick. Goes long, 20 minutes in. Joseph will easily win that one. Leak back in the first team for a long time. Crimson Mori. Lots of space. Joseph goes long out to the left, which is an interesting decision. Balinese Balanson keeps it alive. Alphakoff. Kennedy's in. The Doc scores off the underside of the bar. Come on. His 5th goal of the season makes it 1-1 on aggregate. And that is bloody superb. What a finish from Kennedy. As it was looped up, Martins with a poor header. Balinese Balanson wins it. Alphakoff, that's the passing we wanted from him. And Kennedy's there to rifle it in off the underside of the bar. It's a lovely finish. And it's 1-1 early on. It's what we needed. Half an hour gone. 1-0 to Guiseley on the night. And it's a dangerous free kick here for Crimson Mori. It's in the D. Is it a bit too close? It's hit the crossbar. I didn't know if Petric saved it, so I read the commentary, and he's hit the crossbar. And Guiseley here are coming out meaning business, as Balinese Balanson couldn't quite bring that one down. But yeah, hitting the bar from that free kick, it's a really, really good effort. Jovic with a free kick there. Kennedy heads it away. Klingsenspor trying to get in front of his man, but couldn't. Escamilla goes all the way back to Petric, who plays it out back to the left back, Escamilla. Over the top, Joseph wins his header. Atliberge brings it down. John Carpenter. Klingsport. He's taking a bit too long on the ball, and Mochi's going to bring it away, and he's got acceleration and pace. Not the finish this time, though. 5 minutes till half-time, and that's Porto's real first chance of note in this game. And we're doing all right. Half-time, they've had 6 shots, none on target. 4 shots, 3 on target. So we are creating decent chances. I sort of want to go I'm going to say keep going. I sort of feel like that's a good thing to say, and then we'll be like, if you keep going, you can be the difference. And we've just got to make sure we nail these substitutions, to be honest, when we have to make them, because that's where it's all going to come from, as it's a corner to Porto. Jovic to take it on a yellow card. Swings it in, and Mihailo Trifanovic just wanted that. He's absolutely attacked that. And he's leathered it. Victoriano's not going to have a chance from there. Jovic swings in the corner. And, look at that. He's just he's attacked that at the back post like his life depended on it. And it's another corner. It's swinging in. He's got... I thought he'd got another one. And it's all FC Porto in this second half now. And I think we need to make some changes just before the hour mark. We're going to mix up our system. This system did so well against Napoli when we used it against them. Right, let's just sort out who's playing where then. Kennedy. Crimson Mori's going to come off. Alphakoff has to come off. He's so tired. Right, Crimson Mori off for Carney. Alphakoff off for Neeson. And then I sort of want to make sure that we've got energy. Energy's okay at the moment. Energy's okay. Right, quick change of system, because we haven't created anything in this second half. So we need to do better. We've created a decent chance there. It's an XG of 0.3. Come on, demand more. There's 20 minutes to go. Let's get the rest of our fresh legs on. So we're going to do Leak on for Dyson. Harding off for Jeff Hogg. Leaves us with one more sub. Probably going to have to... Atliberge should probably come off in the middle, but as an anchor man, we're going to do Gareth Earl on for the Doc on that side. It's a big roll of the dice. It's a free kick. Jovic swings it in. It's a header from range. Oh, my word. Victoriano was confident that was going over. But, yeah, look, we're having the better of the game. We just can't take our chances at the moment. As Poblicion gets the ball into Almeida. Out to Innocent, who's come on at that left side again. Up it goes to Mochi. Mochi puts it through. Jovic, it's a great first touch. It's a lovely goal. And I think we're going out of the Champions League. There isn't much more we can do. It's just, the pace. He's just got his pace through. And Jovic is a lovely first touch to take him away from John Carpenter. And the finish past Victoriano is absolutely superb. And I feel like, looking at the stats, we deserve a bit more out of this game, but we've had to commit people forward. And although this system doesn't have an out-and-out striker, it does commit more people forward than our other system. So Yeah, Porto have come back into it. We've sort of dropped off a little bit, but it's going to be 3-1 to Porto on aggregate. They've played it well. They've done very well. We did really well this season in the Champions League. We are out of it, but I'm going to say I'm proud. I'm going to say I'm proud. First season in the Champions League, little old Guiseley, a really good effort, but just not to be. As Lorient beat Napoli 3-3. No, Napoli went through on penalties. Wow. Amazing. Just the set piece changed the game, didn't it? Their set piece changed the game. So now we can focus on the league and the cup as Porto do beat us. We get 8.275 million. It should give us a huge bit of reputation boost as well. And we should be in a pretty good position to make this work. We do have games coming thick and fast. Crystal Palace next up in the Champions League in 3 days' time is just absolutely bonkers. 2 days of rest for everybody. But yeah, it was a good run. A good run in the Champions League. We got to the knockout playoff. I'm delighted by that. It should boost our salary, boost our reputation. With 4 points off West Ham in front of us, we are 11 points off Arsenal in the European spots. The chances are that 8th place might get a European spot. We may be able to sneak that, but all in all, it's a tough season. So for now, we'll come back at the end of March for youth intake day and we can see what sort of players we get coming through. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.